When I was 15, I was in a psych ward for about 6 weeks, mainly depression. And when I got out, they had me on 250 milligrams of Zoloft. Despite me expressing that I was experiencing the quote-unquote negative side effects that can occur. So I went to a psychiatrist after that, and I told him that I wanted to take something else instead. He said, no, we're going to add something to it, like, Abilify or something, which did not work for me ever. But either way, and I freaked out at this point. I had not a great experience so far. I mean, at the psych ward, they just doped everybody up on medication, like extreme amounts we were all on by the time we left. And I said I wasn't going to take it. And he told me that if I didn't take my medication, he would have the nurses strap me down and inject it in me. Didn't know at the time that there was not an injectable version for that, for humans anyway. But either way, that didn't sit well with a teenage me. I flipped out. I was, honestly, because I was going off, I was like, I have rights. I'm a human. Like, you can't do this to me. He was like, you're a child. You have no rights. And that, but after what I had seen at my time at the psych ward, I knew that it wasn't just, you're a child, you have no rights. It was, we have deemed you whatever, and we have control over you. I never went back to that psychiatrist. Wish my mom had stood up for me in the appointment, but no. No. I stood up for me very loud. I don't know that I should have done that, but, I digress. Someone said that, Kamala Harris said that in reference to the TikTok ban at one point, that we have the right to free speech, but we do not have the right to reach. And that hit me hard. Because that is basically the connotation that I got from all of those scenarios is you can scream all day, you can beg and plead and cry and explain yourself a million times, but you don't have the right to be heard. You have the right to speak, you do not have the right to be heard. Land of the something. No other app gives me the news that I get from TikTok, and also the first-hand accounts. I have not found anything that is as informative, and useful in all of the things that TikTok is yet. Even though, yes, I've set up my profiles on all those other things except fuck Meta and Twitter, fuck Twitter. I'm never calling it the other thing, fuck that man. But either way, I always, as a child, when I learned that you weren't allowed to say certain phrases, like you weren't allowed to scream fire in public, which makes sense, yes. But I was like, well, then that's not free speech. That used to always piss my teachers off so much. Because they were like, but, I was like, no, I get it, but, it's not free. And it's gotten worse. Good fucking God. And I live in, the fact that I never met anyone on this app that lives close to me saddens me. I don't know, man. I'm gonna try to save as many of my videos as I can. This is all really stressful, and I am trying not to just shut down completely, because that's what my brain wants to do, is just shut down and go sad mode, and, but then everything will be gone, and that's sad, yeah. This is so weird. I never had Vine. I haven't done this before.